Hi all, this is Joe. Welcome back to my channel. It's getting kind of late in the day, but I want to continue on. I got so much work to do with my charger and all my build-ups from Fanhome. So I'm going to see how many stages I could get in this video. And we're going to continue on with the Fast and Furious Dodge Charger RT. And then we'll continue on with my other builds. So let's get right into it. Okay, we're continuing on with issue 77. There's the magazine. There's a lot of hand-to-hand fighting in Fast and Furious, other than just the car chases. They're pretty exciting. And this issue's special Dodge is the Dodge Luxury Liner Series D. That's pretty cool. Look at that. All right, and then this stage, we're assembling the fuel cap. That's going to be interesting. So we got all these pieces for the fuel cap. Let's get into it. All right, so this is a fairly simple stage. We're just assembling the fuel cap, and then we're going to move on to other things. So here's the top portion. We flip it over. This piece goes inside here. And then we flip it over. And we put the door on. And I should have got my screw ready. Put this down for a second. Let's get our screw ready. We're gonna use a RP screw. And it gets screwed in from this side right here. See if we could do it. Yeah, it looks good. Got lucky on that one. Don't go too tight. There. So now the door has to still open. And there we have it. Yeah. Well, when it gets attached to the car, it won't do that. But yeah, basically like this. Like that. And you feel it up. Close it up. It also came with these pieces, but they are for another stage. So let's move on. All right, all, welcome back. We're on issue 78, Fast and Furious Build, the legendary Dodge Charger RT. Go to fanhome.com if you want to participate. You don't always have these models around forever, so if you're interested, go sign up. It's really fun to do, and I recommend doing the 12-month subscription. That way you won't get so bored waiting to complete it, or you won't lose interest. They have a lot more models I want to build, but they're not on a 12-month plan, so I'm holding out. And if they do ever change them to a 12-month plan, then I'll sign up. But otherwise, no more. I'm not going to do anything more than 12 months. So here's issue 78. How do you pronounce this? Vey. It's Cold as Ice. Clara Paget. And the Dodge Viper, 2003 to 2010 model. All right, and then this issue, we're assembling the fuel cap to the rear left wing. That's what they're calling this, the rear left wing. I don't know if you could get that into the camera. It's a pretty big piece. And then we're going to install that onto the car body. So let's get going. Let's get our left wing And we're going to install the parking light lens. That goes on just like so. Can you see? Can you see? It has a notch right here and it fits into the groove. And then we have, we have to put the frame on first. And the lens. And then we're going to install the bracket. This is all the parts from the last issue. And we're going to secure them with some DM screws. Tighten up my razor. Don't want to have an accident with that. Okay, so let's just finish tightening our DM screws. Now we're going to move on to the gas cap. Gas cap gets secured. We have a little guide pin, and that falls in line right there. We are going to need some AP screws to secure that. Let's get those out of the bag. So it's pretty simple. Tighten up your screws right here. Alright, so now I can open this without it coming apart. Get your nail under here and fuel her up. Cool. So now we're going to install this left wing onto the car body. All right, so we have our left wing. It looks like we have 9 screw holes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let me line this up and get going, and then I'll come back to you and show you the finished product. So we are going to put this bad boy on right around here. Wow, that lined up pretty well. Then I'll clean up my fingerprints. All right, I'm just working on my last one. There's no way I could film all of this being tightened up. It was just so awkward and time consuming. So you gotta make sure you got it in there right. And then tighten it up. And that should be good. Alright, so that was the left rear wing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 screws holding that up. And it looks like this when it's finished. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, let's move on. All right, issue 79. I've said about 9 minutes so far. Oh, the Lucra LC470 supercar. It's got like some old school vibes to it. Clayton Townsend, did he drive it? Ooh, look, we got the Dodge Murata. That's pretty nice. I like that. Okay, in this issue we have the right boot side panel, and then we have our parking lens, just like in the previous issue. But I don't think we installed that yet. So let's get to installing this. That's all we have to do on this issue. Let me get my screws ready and protection for the paint. This panel's a little warped, so it's metal, but it's not that strong of a metal. So I bent it a little bit. Let's see if this lines up better. Not quite. Let me bend it back a little more. See if that works. So what I'm going to do is put in one screw at a time and then see if I could get it to conform to the shape it's supposed to be. All right, I'll be back. Well, I've ran into my first real issue with this build, something that just didn't go together perfectly. I don't know if you can see it. Get a little closer. I hope it's not an issue later on, but this thing is bent somehow, and we have this gap right here. The other side does not have one. It's completely flush. Just hopefully later on that's not an issue with clearance, getting something in. I might try a couple more things to get that to sit all the way, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, I'm a happy man now. What I did, as you can see, there's like no more gap at all, really. And that is right here. It's like the other side. Pretty much this one's definitely no gap. So what I did is I took my razor and bored out that hole inside there. That way the stud, which is here, could fit through that hole more. And I got my my big needle nose pliers, pressed them together, and then tightened it up. So that fixed that. All right, so that was issue 79. Now we got issue 80, and this is Battle of the Antonov. I seen this in real life. It's a huge aircraft, and they even have one that's even bigger than that. As you can see, it's only got 4 engines. I think the Antonov 225. This is the 124. I think it's got 6 engines or 8 engines. Humongous aircraft. It's like when you watch that thing go down the runway, and you're like, "There's no way that could take off," and then it does. Amazing. Alrighty, the only thing that comes close to that American made is the C5 Galaxy. So here we go. This week's Dodge Stealth. And now we got the right rear wing. Looks like we're just going to install the parking light frame and lens, and then mount that, and then we're going to mount the right wing to the body. Okay, let's get going. Okay, we're back. Issue 80. First things up is the frame of the parking light. Fits right inside. Then our lens. And our bracket. And then we got some DM screws here. Steady hand. Get that started. Get another one started. And I noticed is like these parts seem to have a lot of the manufacturing remnants left over. Maybe that's what's making this paint real dull. Looks like an oil or something on there. Yeah, I hope that's not scratching paint. I gotta find a cleaner to clean that but not damage the paint. Got a little duster here, that's pretty soft. There we go, our light, parking light frame. Now let's install this onto the body. We're going to be using these AP screws. I'm noticing this right wing is a little bit warped as well. Just see that? See how it doesn't really want to just fit flush. The other side fit perfect. And so I'm going to have to play with this, manipulate it, and get it to conform. Okay? Give me a second. All right, this is the last one. 9th screw. I just have to tighten these guys. These are the first twos. I just put them in there to get them started. You can see that. I don't know if you can see that, but you can definitely tell it's warped. Yeah. Once I tighten it down, it should be fine. The only thing I can see that doing is making waves in the paint. It being warped. So there we go. Okay, we got both rear wings installed. And we're going to move on to stage 81. Okay, here we go with stage 81. I'm a little frustrated with this black paint. You know, I wish there was a glove out there that wouldn't get dirty and you could handle, you know, the vehicle and not smudge it up. But I guess it doesn't exist. Okay, 81. What do we have here? We have the three amigos there. They're all singing and dancing. James Wan. And the Dodge Hornet concept car. Kind of looks like that Kia Soul almost. All right, and now we have the engine bay frame. I thought this was the trunk frame, but it's the engine bay. Let's see where this goes. Also goes on to the car body. That's pretty cool. Upside down on here, we got some QM screws. And then some FM screws. So this is going to extend the car body forward. That's pretty cool. Looks like fun. All right, let's get going. Okay, you guys ready for this? This just slides into place like that. It's got some guides here and here. Now we take some QM screws, attach it. I'm going to use 3 screws down here, attaching it to the body, and then 4 on this sides. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait till this body parts are done and I join the body with the chassis, because yeah, it's proven to be like really tough to do with such limited space to get at the screws you're installing. But we got this frame on, the engine frame, and it balances the car out, so now it's not like tilting to the rear anymore. Installed these screws, but they still got some play in here, a little bit of play. You can hear it. Let's I guess I'll tighten them up just a little more. But let's move on to the last stage for this video. That should be 82. Okay, on to stage 82. What do we have here for articles? The Navistar MXT. A car for Luke Hobbs. Interesting. Oh yeah, it's like almost a tank. That'd be cool to drive around the city. You know, people won't be cutting you off on the highway. And then we have the old Dodge Caravan, the 4th generation. Those are pretty good cars. I had one. Had the Plymouth Voyager. This stage is pretty exciting. We're mounting the left door. And that's this right here. It's pretty heavy and sturdy. So let's get going on installing this door. Alright, this is pretty simple. First we're going to start with installing the lock. It goes in this smaller hole right here. Should fit just only snug. Shouldn't, oh, there's it's got like a D shape. You gotta insert it the right way. And it should stay without glue. Yeah, that fits in really nice and tight right there. And now the door handle. It also has a guide pin. And we install one of these little screws. The back side. The screw wouldn't fall off. I guess I gotta magnetize these tips again. And then after this, we install the mirror. Okay, not too tight. Okay. So now the mirror goes on like so. Oh, it doesn't go inside, it just fits on. So let me get the screw ready. I guess you could rotate it to whatever position you want. See, I don't like these type of setups here. It's like really awkward. Oh, come on. I almost had it right there. There we go. Let's tighten it up. Not too tight. Still flopping around. What's the deal? Okay, and then we peel this tape off and install. I gotta get this right. Hold on. There, finally. Got it so it's nice and stiff. It looks like the bigger oval section is towards the bottom. Alrighty. Now we're gonna put the mirror on. Remove the protective film. Then we remove the sticker cover. And we install this into its slot right there. Okay. And now we're going to put the mirror on the door. We need a DM screw for that. And I think this is going to conclude this video. It's getting kind of late. Come on. There we go. Let's just tighten it up. And then I'll get you guys on the next video where we'll start with stage 83. There we go. And then we'll mount this door, I guess, another time. It looks like we need the interior parts first. Okey doke.